Hey everyone, JetFalco here. We're just gonna jump right into this. Today we're going to talk about Ainsley Voltura, Sky Pirate Extraordinaire, and my very first Draw This In Your Style challenge that I've ever done before. So I have no idea what to expect. Hopefully 10 people will show up and draw her. That would be so amazing. But who knows? Maybe 1,000 people will. We really don't know what will happen.
Lower your expectations,
what we're going to do is hopefully try and build some interest and garner some hype, I don't know, about this character and the Draw This In Your Style challenge that I'm currently running. It started at the beginning of April and it goes into the end of April. So
my guy. No. That was a year ago. What the hell is wrong with me? About a year ago, I started a Draw This In Your Style challenge where anyone and everyone had the opportunity to draw Ainsley for my comic in your own unique art style. And a few people latched onto that, put forth the energy, time, and effort to draw Ainsley in their style, and that meant the world to me. And to all of you who did that, you guys are the champs. Thank you so much. This video is for you. But first of all, I'm sorry that I didn't put this video out any sooner. Oh my god. What was I thinking? And this is Ainsley Voltura, Sky Pirate Extraordinaire, like that other guy was talking about. But she doesn't like to be called Sky Pirate. That's actually a derogatory term these days.
It's got pejorative connotation.
She prefers Sky Entrepreneur or Resource Relocation Expert, or maybe Businesswoman will do. Yeah, she's that headstrong, brash, fearless one of the bunch from Dreamer's Echo, and no, sorry guys, she's got you all fooled. But yeah, she's got a nice, confident pose in this image. And a little side note about this was one of the first pieces of art that I felt comfortable with. I was reaching that point in my artist journey, my climb up the mountain, where I could finally feel comfortable with what I was doing, with my style, with my art. I reached kind of a balance between comic and anime and painting style, and I just fell in love with it. So I kept going and I kept drawing more stuff. But that actually happened one image before with this character. This is Sprinks, and it's Atomic Kawaii's OC that I drew for her Draw This In Your Style challenge. So yeah, if you do something nice for someone, they might just do it back. You might just see Atomic Kawaii's Ainsley in this bunch. But let's jump into all of the submissions that we got for the Dreamer's Echo Draw This In Your Style. It's so exciting. These people are amazingly talented, and I'm gonna leave all the links to their social media right here so you can follow them and see what they're making nowadays. So first off, we have Neen. Just a few days after I opened submissions, I got this one and I was floored. Seriously, look at the vibrant hues that just pop off the screen. That isn't just a gradient sunset there. The more I look at it, the more I realize it's an explosion. It's like an eruption, so that she would be launched forth to get from point A to point B, not just with her grappling hook, but with an eruption. And it just looks powerful. It looks so cool. You captured her personality well, her wardrobe, everything looks chef's kiss, seriously. But not only that, you've got kind of like a stereoscopic thing here going on with the rope and some of the figure and like the little rock there. It looks like 3D art with the classic 3D glasses, the red and the blue. I feel like if you put on some of those classic 3D glasses, this thing would seem like it was coming at you. Actually, with that motion, yeah, it is definitely coming at you with that like tornadic motion. Tornadic, that's a word, right? Yep. Tornadic, of and relating to a tornado. Perfect. So that swirling tornadic motion that you've got with the rope, the eruption of color happening behind her, and the way she's hoverboarding out with that rock. Oh my god, and all that. And she just wipes off the sweat off her brow like it ain't nothing and leaves with a smile. That's Ainsley for you. Neen, you nailed it. Check out Neen's comic, Tameless 2007 right here. Thank you so much for this piece, Neen. It looks stellar. All right, moving on. We got another good friend of mine. This is Randy, and Randy makes a soundtrack podcast called Soundtrack Alley. You should all check it out. If you're into music or soundtracks from film, TV, video games, Soundtrack Alley is right up your alley. Randy is an artist that I met at another convention. Our love of soundtracks, the fact that I make a soundtrack for my comic, kind of just instantly gravitated him towards Dreamer's Echo, so I was so honored to get his take on Ainsley as well. You nailed the pose. You got all the wardrobe effects perfect. The cloak, even got the guns, the gadget gun on her right thigh and the little like stun gun on her left, her boots and her armor, her gloves, the hand. You did a gradient sunset right there with colored pencil. My dude, colored pencils is hard. Props and hats off to you. The fact that you did the gradient sunset with the colored pencils, you got it, man. Keep working on that. I tried colored pencils myself a few years ago. not my thing quite yet. I think I'll stick to markers and digital for now. Thank you so much, Randy, for your entry in this Draw This in Your Style, and I'm sure I'll see you in the next one, or at a future show. Moving on, we've got Chris Spiegel right here. Spiegel. Does that remind you of anything? Of course. Spike Spiegel, Cowboy Bebop. And that's how Chris and I instantly connected. All those space western animes like Cowboy Bebop, Trigun, Outlaw Star, we instantly connected over that because he has a steampunk comic of his own where it's all hand drawn. And that instantly gravitated me towards him, is that his stuff is all hand drawn too. And anybody who can preserve that hand drawn aspect without going too digital like most artists do, that just captures my heart instantly. And to see Chris draw Ainsley in his hand drawn style, it's kind of like Tim Burton inspired a little bit. That is such a treat. So Chris, thank you not only for capturing Ainsley in your style, nailing her personality and the wardrobe and the pose, you kind of made it into like a greeting card too, with the hashtag as well. Congrats to me. Congrats to you, man. This art is phenomenal. Thank you so much, Chris, for this, and including the hashtag on there too. That you got to get your word across with social media these days, and that goes straight to the point. I've always been a fan of Chris's art style and how it's kind of like a little haunting and dark at the same time. He makes custom tarot decks. He's got like a rat one, a goblin one, Nightmare in Wonderland one that really just blew me away. And then there's this new one I think he's working on of Cowboy Bebop Tarot, and it's looking amazing so far. So be sure to check those out right here, and thanks again, Chris. This looks so good. Next, we have an old friend of mine. This is Komenu, and she drew Ainsley in her natural habitat. Spoiler alert, for anyone who hasn't read Volume 2 of Dreamer's Echo yet, skip ahead like 12 seconds, okay? Because this right here kind of reveals the fact that Ainsley might be a little bit older than she seems. So yeah, this bar background is not only steampunk, but it's got kind of like a cyberpunk vaporwave aesthetic to it, which you just instantly created my new favorite genre, like a steampunk cyberpunk vaporwave. Oh my god. Ugh, I'm melting right now. And you gave her that massive machinery there? Oh, okay, you're spoiling her. Giving Ainsley a gun of that size would guarantee no one's survival. She would have a lot of fun with that gun, no doubt. And her smile says it all. Even got her fingers like going through her hair, just being all flirty at the bar. Oh, you know, all those guys would try and dibs those digis, but she ain't having it. And her art only belongs to one person, and that person's name is money. Thank you so much, Komenu, for this spectacular, gorgeous Ainsley. I appreciate you. Here we've got another old friend of mine. This is Dean from Green Unicorn Art. Check out his link right here. Something you might want to know about Dean is he can draw literally anything and everything in less than like 2 minutes. He is a master of Sharpie Foo. This guy is a master of his craft and his tools. He can draw literally anything just using a few Sharpies. It blows my mind. I have to use like 50 different markers and go to digital and scan and just to do one piece, and he can do like 12 in the time of that. And if you ever see him at a convention, he'll have a binder of like 900 sketch cards you can buy for $5 each with literally every character ever made in there. And here we have one of mine. It's always a treat and an honor to see Green Unicorn art style on my characters. You even captured the little beauty mark and the makeup star on her face, her mint green eyes, that smile. Oh, it melts my heart. And of course, the little hand swish thing she does with her hair. Charming and beautiful. Thank you again, Dean. And this is actually one of the few I got physically. He handed this to me at a show. Check this out. So I could see it all day, every day, right here on my art desk. Thank you so much, Dean. It's stunning. Up next, we have a new friend of mine that I met at a small anime convention in Omaha. This is Turtle Slap Studios, and look at this. It's not only cute, but it's badass kawaii. And let me just say right off the bat, you nailed it with her cute badass look right here. If you check out Turtle Slap Studio stuff right here, you'll see his style is all about cute badass chibis, okay? Because chibis can look cute all the time, but where are the badass chibis, you know? So it appeals to both groups. You looking for the cute stuff? You looking for the badass stuff? You got it both here at Turtle Slap Studios. Ainsley, in your style with the badass cuteness, spot on. You got it all right. The corset, all the jewelry and the effects and the guns and the boots and the cloak and oh, that smile. Okay, you got it. You nailed it. Up next we've got, okay, take a second here, okay, and just gawk at it for a little bit. This is it. This is Atomic Kawaii's rendition of Ainsley on a ship next to another ship in the sky. Okay, hold on a second. You went the extra mile, and then you went the extra mile by drawing her in an environment that isn't just a simple like mountain like I drew. You drew her on the job. That's amazing. And this is some of your best background and foreground just environment work that I've ever seen you do. Look at the wood details on that crate and the deck and the rail. Oh, and then the ship in the background. Okay, I'm a sucker for airships. I stare at them for hours, so you got me with this one. Atomic and I have been friends for a long time, and you've come so far in the last few years. Seriously, I feel like you're also reaching that next point in your artist career where you're just leveling up with every new piece. Keep it going. Oh, phenomenal work. Atomic Hawaii. Check her out right here. She's super good at streaming and art, obviously. Streaming art. Oh, I'm dumb. The face, the pose, the skin, the wardrobe, the background. This piece has got it all. Thank you so much, Atomic. I really, really appreciate you for going the extra mile and honestly sharing a huge piece of your art journey with me here. It just looks phenomenal. Oh, you've even got like some sunspots and like lens flares there. I see. Oh my God. Every time I stare at this, I just see something new. This almost redefines draw this in your style. You drew it in your style and then you leveled it up. DTIYSLU. Nice work, seriously. Next up, we've got one of my other good friends. This is the one that I got in a Christmas card last year with the little treat for my dog. Oh, so sweet. So that means I got the physical copy right here. Check it out. I mean, you can see it better right there, but you know, it's cool because I get to put it on my desk and look at it all the time. This is proof that Cartoons by Andie is one of the few remaining traditional artists that still draw everything by hand at conventions. One of the last ones you'll see who do commissions on the spot at these events. So if you ever see Cartoons by Andie get you a commission, she's busy all the time with all this art. I'm like, oh man, I feel for you. That looks like a lot of hard work, but you're so brave and you're just knocking it out of the park with this business. And then drawing Ainsley in like a John Wick pose with her guns. Oh, that's so badass. You nailed it. With Atomic Hawaii, it was like all the cute sides of her. Now this is just like badass. Let's go to war side of her. She's definitely going to be in the next John Wick movie. Look at that. Even with a pink like neon background and the neon highlights on her hair and her gloves. Oh, and on the guns, it's just... Watch out, John Wick. You got another thing coming. Thank you so much, Cartoons by Andie. I really appreciate you, and I'm sure I'll see you at a show in the near future. And then finally, this one is by Kaylin Smith, one of my favorite artists, and I've been waiting so long to get just the right commission done by her. Since it was the same time as my Draw This in Your Style, why not get Ainsley? I've always wanted one of my characters drawn in her style, and I finally got it. I was first introduced to Kaylin Smith's style with this comic called Plume that I found at a local comic book shop, and it is one of the best Western comics I've ever read. It's super emotional, and it's just beautiful. Altogether, a great comic reading experience. And just revel in her own unique style, her own unique take on Ainsley. Oh, I just love the way she draws faces, but the eyes and the nose especially. I wish I could draw eyes that are that like piercing and emotional and yet kind at the same time. So I feel like this is just the soft side of Ainsley. It's the cute soft side. Super thankful for that. I'm so glad I got that commission done. So I guess that wraps it up here for the first Dreamer's Echo Draw This in Your Style ever with Ainsley Vultura. And I just wanted to put everyone's art here on display and show you guys off because you guys did amazingly. Oh, I'm so thankful that all of you considered drawing my characters. I hope it only gets better with the next one. But for now, I wanted to end this video with a very special announcement. The date is 3/3/2023 right now. That's 3/3/23. That's a lot of threes. Huh. Wait. What's that I keep putting off? I keep delaying over and over again. Doesn't it have something to do with a 3? Oh, that's right. Yeah, Dreamer's Echo, Volume 3, will start premiering on 3/13/23. See you then.